Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Rebels Radio as we're here today for the final league game of the season here, game number 46. And here at Harbour Park, it's a warm welcome to Royston Town, who are our visitors this afternoon. This is the Evo 6 Southern Premier League game, and obviously it's quite important for the Rebels, and although they're in the playoffs, it will depend on results everywhere else from results here between those other four teams as to who will be at home on that first game on Wednesday and who will be away. So there you go, and this is Rebels Radio. You can contact us two ways. You can contact us on Twitter, or you can contact us on the Matchday chat, which you'll find on your YouTube page. It comes down, I believe, as comments on your page, and you can click on that, comes through to us here, and we'll give you a shout out this afternoon. So this is Rebels Radio. We'll bring you all of the action from today's game, all the live commentary as it happens. Don't forget there will be highlights, clips of the goal clips later on this evening, and then on Sunday there'll be the full highlights package available. So I'm sorry, do you mind? No, I'm busy, thank you. There you go. And just someone trying to have a little chat with us there. Okay, so there you go. It's crazy. There you go. So you can. This is Rebels Radio. We've watched about our two sponsors, who are the My Football Club, the online football community. You can find out more about them at the Pitchero website. Type in Pitchero and My FC, and also the Slough Town Supporters Trust. You just do sloughtownsporterstrust.co.uk, and it will come through with everything you need to know there. I do have a little bit of a cold today, so I am in between sneezes and coughs and everything, so apologies for that. The Slough Town Supporters Trust have today done the sponsored walk, and all the walkers have arrived at the ground safely. And if you would like to sponsor, you can still sponsor some money, donate some money to them. If you go down to the Slough Town Supporters Trust website, there is a PayPal donate button that you can use. And you don't have to have PayPal, you just need a credit card, and you can donate to that. It's being shared, the money raised, between the Slough Town Supporters Trust and Berkshire Vision, which helps the visually impaired. So there you go. It's one of those days today. It's going to be a lot of people coming up and thanking us for our commentary over this season. It's not finished yet, we have got the playoffs to come. So please tune in. Run through the other games in the Southern Premier League this afternoon. First of all, let's give a warm welcome hello to Sheffield Rebel, who's listening in and has got in contact on the Matchday chat. And you can do that. You'll see it. It'll come through. And you can have a little chat with everyone else who's on it as well. So there you go. It's a lively crowd here. Looks like quite a big crowd have come here today for this final game here of the season. It could be Slough's last home game out of the whole campaign, but we shall find out more about that. We'll keep you up to date with the latest scores from the other games as well this afternoon. So there you go. We'll run through the other games for you this afternoon. It's Basingstoke versus Kings Langley, Biggleswade versus Dorchester, Bishop Stortford versus Stratford, Cheshire United versus Kings Lynn, Frome versus Dunstable, Kettering versus Farnborough, Merthyr versus Redditch, St Ives versus Hereford, St Neots versus Gosport, Tiverton versus Banbury, and Weymouth versus Hitchin. There are a few little things to be decided in the Southern Premier League yet. So the important games that we'll be keeping our eye on is Cheshire United versus Kings Lynn, Kettering versus Farnborough, and Weymouth versus Hitchin. Those will decide who fits where in the playoffs. And also at the bottom of the table, one of two sides will go down. It will either be Dunstable Town, who are away to Frome, or Gosport, who are away to St Neots. We'll keep you up to date with all of the goals from those games when we can. Okay, so we'll run for the two sides for you in a second. And just reminder that we played Royston away on Tuesday evening. Slough won 4-0, and there are a few changes to the side from the side that faced up on Tuesday evening. And just a reminder that the playoff dates for you is, it doesn't matter who's in the playoffs or where, but the first playoff semi-final will be on Wednesday. Both the semi-finals will be on Wednesday, and then the final will be on Bank Holiday Monday. So it'll be a 7:45 kickoff on the Wednesday and a 3 p.m. kickoff on the Bank Holiday Monday. And it will be second versus fifth, third versus fourth, and then whoever's highest out of the winners of those two games will have the home advantage. And nice to see Mark Scott here today, the Slough Town goalkeeper, who's just making his way off. And quite a big crowd here for this final home game to see if the Rebels can get that home advantage. So I'll run through the two sides for you, starting with our visitors today, Royston Town, who will be playing in white shirts, black shorts and black socks. In goal for them is Josh Tibbets. 2 is Sam Corcoran. 3 is Sam Goffran. 4 is the captain, Scott Bridges. 5 is Adam Murray. 6 is Daniel Braithwaite. 7 is Josh Castiglione. 8 Martel Powell. 9 Adam Marriott. 10 Scott Thomas. And 11 is Rodell Gordon. The substitutes for Royston this evening are 12 Romel Alamenu, 17 is Mason Dukesbury, 14 is Adam Taylor, 15 Michael Bork, and 16 is Aidan Dawson. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 is Guy Hollis, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Chris Flood, and 11 is Matt Lynch. Substitutes for the Rebels this afternoon: Josh Jackman 12, 14 Nathan Smart, 15 Scott Daly, 16 Perry Coles, and 18 Manny Williams. Your referee today is John Bonnick, and his 2 assistants are James Barry and Errol Walker. So there you go, we're a few minutes away from kick-off this afternoon. This main stand thing up nicely, and also the bar behind me is chock-a-block this afternoon. So so far a good day here for the Rebels. And after the game there will be the Slough Town Presentation Awards, which will be held hopefully on the pitch depending on the weather, but will be dependent, it might even be up in the stand, but we'll try and give you coverage of that as well. So you'll have the supporters player of the player, managers player of the player, and various different things going on. Slough fans behind me getting good voice in the bar. And we're just literally waiting for the 2 sets of players to come out here this afternoon. And you just have to excuse me while I stop sometimes to just sneeze. Apologies there, just having a little sneeze. It's going to be like that all day today. What a day to get a cold, eh? But there you go. So like I say, if you do want to get in contact with us, if you're listening on YouTube, there's the YouTube chat thing. It comes up underneath as comments, or you can tweet us at MyFC Rebels Radio. It's all one word, all in lowercase, and we'll give you a shout out this afternoon. We're literally just waiting for the 2 sides to come out of the tunnel here this afternoon. And here come the teams now. So the teams for this afternoon are for Royston Town: Josh Tibbets in goal, 2 Sam Corcoran, 3 Sam Goffran, 4 is the captain Scott Bridges, 5 Adam Murray, 6 Daniel Braithwaite, 7 Josh Castiglione, 8 Martel Powell, 9 Adam Marriott, 10 Scott Thomas, 11 is Rodell Gordon. For Slough, the starting lineup is Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 Mark Nisbet, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Chris Flood, and 11 is Matt Lynch. Today's match sponsor is Scala, and the ball sponsor is in memory of Matthew Farrell. So there you go. Slough have at the moment a better points record away from home than home, but a win today will change all of that. So Slough will be looking for this win to help secure that home playoff place in the playoffs. We'll bring you all the action. We're just a couple of minutes away from kick-off here. Both sides are out on the pitch. And we're just going through the other things for you. Just a couple of things for you. There was a Legends Day here at the Slough Town Football Club, which will be held at Arbour Park. It is on Saturday the 9th of June at 3 o'clock. Kick-off, the bar will be open from 1 to 9. And that'll be two sides of ex-Slough players having a game of football to raise some money for the football club. And also that if you've not heard of it, but there is something called the Kanifa World Cup. And basically this is the World Cup for people, for like countries and affiliations that aren't with FIFA at the moment. Their World Cup will be happening. We're just going to wave, just see if we can put people off. Woo! We're having some photos taken, so we're just waving. Yes, the Kanifa World Cup. There'll be some games here. There'll be a couple of warm-up games here at Arbour Park, and then there'll be 3 group games here as well. And it's for the World Cup for countries and teams and areas that aren't affiliated to FIFA. There's the mascots just come off the pitch here this afternoon. And just waiting for the captains here with the referee, just deciding which way will go what. Slough would... We're just did a friendly chat now with one of our regular supporters here. So Slough will be shooting from right to left. It's going to be Royston Town with the kick-off here this afternoon, waiting for the referee, Mr. Bonnet, to get the game underway. And just waiting for the linesman to come down this near-hand side to get into position. And linesman just having a chat with our 2 joint managers. The referee just making sure that everyone's okay, and we'll be here to start today's game in a second. And it's Royston with the kick-off. And the ball played forwards here, looking on the far hand side for Gordon to chase, but he can't keep those. Gone straight out of play for a goal kick to Slough. And it's Jack Turner in goal, wearing his green kit today, of all green apart from white sleeves. And Jack Turner to take this goal kick. As the Slough fans making their way round. There's a long kick by him, trying to find Dobson on this left-hand side. Dobson gets to the ball first. Bridges comes in with the tackle and plays it to play for a throw to Slough. And George Wells will take the throw in towards Dobson. Dobson just lets the ball run across and plays it on the far-hand side. Intercepted by Rondale Gordon, but it's intercepted back by Sean Fraser. He plays the ball in here towards Ben Harris. Harris has plenty of time to place the ball in towards... Oh, trying to find the run of Dobson. Cut out well by Bridges. He plays the ball forwards here, looking for Marriott, and Turner comes to the edge of his box and just gets bundled over by Marriott, but then gets up and controls the ball and plays it forwards. Gotham with a free header here to head it on. Comes here and it's a first time shot. It's just over the top there by Corcoran with the effort, and it's gone over the top with Jack Turner just scrambling to get back into position. Good effort there by Royston Town, but it's over the top of the bar, and it's 0-0 here at Arbour Park. Good afternoon to David Randall, Lorna Fraser and Vinnie Ryan. Thank you all for joining in. There's been a lot of people here today who are normally on the chat, so it's going to be a bit quiet for you guys this afternoon. As Turner takes this long kick for Slough. Underneath it is Ben Harris. Comes off the shoulder of Murray. Intercepted by Lynch in towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris gets tackled. Wins the ball back though and finds Dobson on the left hand side. Dobson cuts inside. Crosses with his right foot. Headed away well by Murray. Dogwell wins it back for Slough. And then it's smashed clear by Braithwaite. Looking for Marriott, but Hollis is there to win the ball. And then brings the ball forward 10-15 yard. Plays it here on the left hand side towards Dobson. Dobson's offside though. Good afternoon to Adel Badai who's listening in. He's listening in Bangkok. Well, there you go. We get everywhere here on Rebels Radio. It's a free kick here to Royston, taken quickly, looking for Gordon. Gordon wins the header on the far hand side, then wins the second header and plays it in here towards Braithwaite, who keeps the ball alive in the air. And the ball comes here towards Corcoran. Corcoran tackled though. It's back here with Simon Dunn. Plays it to Sean Fraser, who plays it down the line, but it comes out of play for a throw to Royston Town. And the Slough fans in good voice. And the throw comes in. Ben Harris tries to intercept. It comes off Powell and it'll be away. Throw to Slough. The Slough fans in real good voice this afternoon. I think they're in a party mood. Ball played in, and Ben Harris gets pushed from behind by Braithwaite, and it's a free kick to Slough, about 5 or 6 yards inside the Royston half. Harris seems to be fine. He looks like he's getting to his feet, and it's going to be a free kick. Sorry, to come in from James Dobson on the far hand side. It's a couple of yards away from the touchline. Slough sent forwards Hollis and Nisbet for this free kick to come in. And it's Dobson to take this free kick. Hit with a bit of pace. It's bounced all the way through to the goalkeeper Tibbetts there. No one can get a touch. And well claimed by the goalkeeper, dressed in purple here. Plays a long kick here, intercepted well by Corcoran, and holds the ball up. Plays the ball in here towards Thomas. Thomas inside the centre circle. Hits it straight at Lynch, right in the Dewberries. Ball played forwards by Slough. Ben Harris is offside. And Matt Lynch is still, I think he's counting them rather than rubbing them, but yes, he's got those right in the goolies, unfortunately, but he seems to be alright. As you say, just give him a quick rub. Don't spend too long rubbing them, better, please. But Lynch finally gets back to his feet. It'll be a free kick here for Royston Town. And it'll be 10-15 yards inside the Royston half. It will be taken by the goalkeeper Tibbetts. And the young goalkeeper plays it in on the far hand side, looking for Murray. Braithwaite tries to head the ball on. Lynch trying to see the ball out and clears it for Slough down the field. Flood underneath it, but Powell wins the first header. Then two Slough players go for the same ball. Lynch wins it here and hooks it behind. And Flood trying to get there. Goffin with the header for Royston. Corcoran tries to bit of control and plays it in well. Hooked clear by Wells. Comes out here towards Thomas. Thomas with the little flick to Bridges, playing right back here. Chips the ball forwards, but it's easily intercepted by Dobson. Dobson with a chance to play the ball early on the far hand side, looking for Flood. Flood wins the first header, but it's Goffin who gets the tackle in, but then Flood wins the ball back and finds Togwell. Togwell's cushioned header finds Lynch on the right hand side. Lynch crosses first time. It's a 3-1 Dobson! Scores for the Rebels! And the Golden Boot challenge is on! Dobson's on 23. Flood's on 23 to go. Like on Tuesday, early goal for the Rebels comes from James Dobson on 6 minutes. It's a wonderful cross. 6. Wonderful cross from Matt Lynch. Headed in by Dobson. That means that Chris Flood and James Dobson's battle for the Golden Boot, both on 23. And the race to 50 goals for the Rebels means that Dobson's in the lead now on 48. It's 1-0 to Slough. And in between blowing my nose and trying to commentate, we'll get there between us. Apologies if I do stop and blow my nose. Great cross and headed down by Dobson from about 6 yards out. Slough with the lead. And it's a kick-off here for Royston. Played out on the far hand side. Gordon can't get there. It's out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And the Slough fans are in real good voice now behind the goals. Ball played in, headed away by Braithwaite. Comes to Marriott. Marriott trying to hold the ball up. And Lynch can't get there. Ball's here with Thomas. Lynch will try and chase it down. Intercepted by Dobson. Dobson plays it on. Trying to outrun Bridges on the far hand side. Murray has to come across with the clearance. Clears the ball into the car park. But it's a throw here to the Rebels. Good afternoon to Vinnie Ryan, who's listening in. Vinnie's just wondering if there's going to be another kick about thing from, what was it, hit the crossbar from halfway line. Vinny, do you want to have another go at that? You've had a bet of £50 with your mate that Chris Flood will be the top scorer. Well, at the moment, there's a long throw coming in from Hollis, bouncing around, headed away by Murray. Touched by Dung, trying to get the ball in. Shot from Nisbet, hits Matt Lynch. It's cleared here, looking for the run of Marriott. Marriott with 31 goals for Royston. He's a danger man. They've actually got a good break of 4-on-3 here. Ball played into Corcoran. Plays the ball across. Oh, Togbell's in the right place to clear for the Rebels. And finds Flood. Flood's header's not the best. And he challenges to win the ball back. And then Togwell comes in the near hand side. Ben Harris is offside. And he's a mile offside. The referee has said play on. And Slough have a second. I thought he surely can't. He had his flag up. He had his flag up. Royston stopped. The ball's in the back of the net. I thought he was mile offside. I literally sit on the halfway line. He was in the opposition half. There was no one else in the opposition half. He had his flag up, which is why Royston stopped. The referee said play on. Ben Harris rounded the goalkeeper and put the ball into an empty net. But he's got to be offside, surely. What's he going to give? I think he's given... No one knows. No, I don't actually even know now what he's given. I think he has disallowed the goal, and it's it is offside. It's the right decision. It's 100% the right decision. Why the linesman had his flag up indicating offside, but the referee said play on. What is going on here with the referees and officials? But as it is, it's still 1-0 to Slough. And Bridges takes the free kick here for Royston. Comes off the head of Murray. And Jack Turner sees the ball out of play. It's out for a goal kick to the Rebels. I can tell you that Kings Lynn are in the lead as well. It's Chesham United 0, Kings Lynn 1. So that means that Slough cannot finish second if it stays like that. Need Chesham to get back in the game. And it's going to be a goal kick here for Jack Turner to take. And it's Turner with this long goal kick here, aimed towards Harris. Bridges misses the ball, comes back here to Dobson, trying to find it. Harris goes down and wins a free kick there for a foul. And Slough have a free kick 30 yards away from goal. And quite about 4 or 5 yards away from the sideline here. But a chance for the Rebels to... put another ball into the box. This time Lynch will be the player standing over this one. And it's Lynch to take this free kick 30 yards away from goal. Just referee just spots a bit of pushing and shoving, just stops it. Lynch gets a second chance to take it, whips the ball in, and Tibbetts does well to hold on to that one. Goffrin's gone down inside the penalty area for Royston, but the kick from Tibbetts only finds Togwell, and his ball is intercepted by Thomas. Thomas finds Gordon in towards Corcoran. Corcoran trying to instigate play, plays it in looking for Castiglione, but Castiglione's offside, and it'll be a free kick to the Rebels here. So as it stands, Slough will be third in the league with Kings Lynn winning 1-0 and Slough winning 1-0. Slough need a little bit of help from their neighbours down the road in Chesham. Can they help the Rebels finish in second place and guarantee home advantage throughout the playoffs should Slough make the playoff final? The playoff, as it stands, Kettering and Weymouth can't catch Slough as long as Slough lead. So Slough need to keep hold of this lead. Long kick here by Turner. Flood tries to flick the ball on, only as far as Bridges. Bridges goes back to the goalkeeper. Ben Harris chases it down, throws his body in the way of it, and Tibbetts clears above the main stand here, which is some feet there by the goalkeeper. It's a throw to Slough, 30 yards away from goal. George Wells is the player that's going to come across to take it. Kettering 0, Farnborough 1 is the latest score. Ball played in here for Togwell. Flick it on towards Flood. Flood trying to hold the ball up. Braithwaite gets there, and it's such clear in the end by Thomas. Played down here looking for Marriott. Jack Turner with the clearance. It's going to come through here to Goffin with the header. His header finds Gordon on the far hand side. Has the ball, but Lynch wins it off him. Good play there by Lynch and chips it forward. So looking for the run of Ben Harris. It just skips off the surface and finds Tibbetts in the Royston goal, who rolls it out here and plays the ball down the field. Headed on by Thomas into the centre where Lynch wins the header and finds Togwell. Togwell touch outside here towards Fraser. Fraser under pressure goes back towards the goalkeeper Turner, and Turner clears for Slough. The long ball down the field. Harris trying to win the ball. Comes off Bridges first, and then Slough trying to win it off Thomas with Dunn. Ball played in. George Wells first in on Castiglione. He sees the ball out, and it's a throw to the Rebels. Good play there by George Wells. Quick throw in by Slough, looking for Dobson, but Dobson's adjudged to have fouled down by the byline there, and it's a free kick to Royston Town right on their byline. And Ben Harris has just got a bit of a knock there, but he's Obviously just coming back from injury, he's happy to carry on, play on. Just a bit winded, I think, the thing there with Ben Harris, but he's okay. And the game will restart with this free kick from Tibbets. Oh, poor kick by Tibbets, straight at Chris Flood. Oh, he looked to try and shoot on his left foot. He said he's going to run with the ball. Plays it across in towards Harris. Harris takes a heavy touch. Ball was bouncing around in the air. It comes cleared only as far as Simon Dunn. Dunn 30 yards out. Plays it out here towards Lynch in the right hand side. Lynch crosses it, hits Braithwaite. Braithwaite gets a second chance to bite the bullet and head it away, but Sean Fraser comes in with a header, claiming a high boot, but Sean Fraser was stooping to head that one, and in the end it's cleared off Lynch and out for a throw to Royston Town right by their corner flag. Slough with a good chance there of a second goal, but just a slightly heavy touch there by Ben Harris under pressure from the Royston defence. It's out for a throw on the far hand side. Slough with the 1 goal lead, nearly 14 minutes gone here at Arbour Park. And Braithwaite with the throw on the far hand side. It will come through here towards Dunn. Dunn just leaves the ball for Fraser to play on. Harris can't get headed away by Murray, but it's won back by Fraser in towards Dunn. Dunn finding the ball in. Goffram with the clearance finds Gordon on the far hand side. Gordon trying to just find a little bit of space. Plays the ball in the end, but only as far as Nisbet, who plays it backwards first time. Free effort for Murray, who chests the ball down and plays it forward. Intercepted by Hollis. Hollis played the ball forward. Martel Powell wins the header and then clears the second ball out here towards Braithwaite. Braithwaite down the line, far too much on it, and Jack Turner keeps the ball in from going out for a dead ball kick, and there's a goal kick. It's balls here with Jack Turner, and Turner just waits for Marriott to chase him before picking the ball up, and it's played down long here, looking for Chris Flood. Goffram with the header away, heads it straight out of play. It'll be a throw to Slough, 15 yards inside the Royston half. So we are going to try and keep you up to date with the scores from the other games in the Southern Premier League. Ball's here with Simon Dunn, plays it back here, and it's played forwards. Dunstable have conceded, so at the moment Dunstable going down. And the throw on the far hand side will come in from Braithwaite, the centre back, in towards Powell. Powell immediately under pressure from Ben Harris, but Powell does well to turn and bring the ball out. Plays it across here towards Murray. Murray finds Bridges in the right back position. He plays it in here towards Thomas. Thomas holds the ball up back in towards Bridges. Plays it first time here looking for Gordon. Nisbet with the header away. Wells is first to the ball for Slough. Got Castiglione near him. Clears into the main stand here, and it's out of play for a throw to Royston Town. It's actually come off the Royston player. It's a throw to Slough Town. There you go. What would I know? George Wells with the throw, trying to find Dobson, headed away by Castiglione. Dunn trying to win the ball back, hooked away by Nisbet. Comes in towards Powell. Powell's header puts Braithwaite under pressure. He goes back towards his goalkeeper. And Tibbets has plenty of time with the ball at his feet. And long ball played in here by Tibbets, trying to find Corcoran. Castiglione tries to get there, but Nisbet puts a touch to it, knocks it out of play for a throw to Royston, taken quickly. Slough looking for a foul throw, but ball's here with Bridges, who plays it in here towards Gordon. Gordon with a heavy touch allows Togwell to clear off his foot. Comes through, Ben Harris coming straight through there, and Ben Harris is going to be spoken to by the referee here. Bit of a rough challenge by the Slough Town striker, and it's going to be a free kick here to Royston Town, and it's going to be Bridges, the player who was fouled, who will take this throw. Free kick, sorry, my apologies. And it's around about 10 yards inside the Slough half, and Royston played this ball into the box, well headed away by Nisbet. Comes to the edge of the box and Togwell wins it for Slough. Tries to play it in. Oh, intercepted by Thomas. It would have just fallen through to Harris. He would have been one-on-one. Ball's back here with Bridges. He plays it in first time. Ball bouncing around. Goffram tries to get there. He can't get there. And it's out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels this afternoon, who lead 1-0 here. Goal coming from James Dobson on 6 minutes. Him and Chris Flood level on 23 goals this season. And they're going for the golden boot, which will be given after today's game. It's still Farnborough leading 1-0 at Kettering. Weymouth are 0-0. As the long kick comes in here, looking for Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball on. Flood's onside, holds the ball up here on the 25 yards away from goal. Being chased here by Murray. Plays it back in here towards Togwell. Togwell back out towards Flood. Flood back in towards Togwell here. Togwell turns, opens his body up, and then plays it out here towards Fraser. Fraser under pressure from Castiglione. He swapped sides with Gordon, but finds Matt Lynch. Lynch just runs into a couple of Royston players, plays it back out here to Fraser. Fraser's first time ball in towards Harris. Harris down the right hand side, tries to cross, and it comes off Goffran for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. And it's going to be Sean Fraser to take this throw. Nipped inside here towards Lynch. Lynch trying to find Ben Harris. Lynch will try and keep the ball alive in the corner, does, and then plays it back here towards Fraser. Fraser's got time to play it in here towards Togwell. Togwell needs a bit of help on the left hand side. George Wells is there but on a central position. Ball played in here towards Nisbet. Nisbet can find Togwell, who's moved on to the left hand side. Togwell looking for a little bit of movement and plays it back here towards Nisbet. Nisbet tries to chance run down the side, plays it in, it's blocked by Marriott, comes towards Bridges, and Bridges turns inside, chips the ball down the field, but chips it straight out of play for a throw to Slough just inside their own half. So it's a throw here to the Rebels with George Wells to take. It's going to go all the way back towards goalkeeper Jack Turner. And Turner, poor kick by him means it's straight out of play for a throw now to Royston. 10 yards inside the Slough half. They'll leave it for Bridges to take. And Bridges inside to Corcoran. Gets the ball back here to Bridges. Simon Dunn chases it down. It ball bounces around. Bridges heads it on. Wells gets a touch to it with his head but can't keep it in play. And it's out of play for a throw to Royston. Around about 25 yards away from the Slough goal. Gordon takes it quickly towards Corcoran, gets the ball back, does Gordon, trying to run past, gets almost a lucky deflection, but Dunn's there with the clearance, and it comes here towards Dobson. Dobson clears, looking for Flood. Flood trying to get there, Goffran with the ball away, but only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet plays it forwards, Flood trying to head it, Goffran with the header away. Hollis is there first for Slough, just carries on winning the ball and wins a free kick for a challenge by Marriott, and it's a free kick to Slough just by the arc of the D centre circle part of the ground inside their half kind of thing. You know the thing I'm on about. See if we can find you some more scores from the Southern Premier League as it's going on. We're just waiting for 20 minutes to come past here. And Slough take the free kick quickly. It's a bit of a waste though by Turner. Straight out of play for a goal kick to Royston Town. And apologies for a little bit of sniffing going on. Unfortunately, just got a cold this morning. As Tibbets looks to take this goal kick for Royston. Played in here, looking for Gordon. Gordon up against Wells. Wells wins the header, but is adjudged to have fouled Gordon. And it's a free kick here to Royston. And it's going to be Bridges again to come and take this throw. And it's 35 yards away from the Slough goal. Bridges to take for Royston Town. Plays it into the far hand side. Well headed away by Hollis. Second one, two Slough players collide. It's come through to Marriott. Finds Corcoran. Corcoran trying to chip the ball forwards. Comes back to him and he finds Gordon. Gordon whips the ball in. Corcoran trying to get there, but he can't get there. It's out of play. It's a goal kick to Slough. Let's just find you the latest scores in the Southern Premier League as we come up to halfway through the first half here. Slough with this 1-goal lead given to them by James Dobson. It's Basingstoke 1, Kings Langley 0, Biggleswade 0, Dorchester 0, Bishop Stortford 0, Stratford 0, Chesham 0, Kings Lynn 1, Frome 1, Dunstable 0, Kettering 0, Farnborough 1, Merthyr 0, Redditch 0, Slough 1, Royston 0, St Ives 0, Hereford 0, St Neots 0, Gosport 0, Tiverton 0, Banbury 0, and Weymouth 0, Hitchin 0. So there you go, not many goals in the Southern Premier League this afternoon. Kick here by Turner, headed on by Harris, cleared by Goffran, and the ball over the top for Marriott to chase, but Marriott's offside and it's a free kick to the Rebels. And it's a free kick that Nisbet will take. He's going to leave it actually for Turner. And Turner takes for Slough. Not the best. It's cleared by Goffran. Only into the centre where it's picked up by Togwell. Togwell evades a challenge of Corcoran and finds Wells. Wells chips the ball over here looking for Dobson. Headed away by Murray. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell finds Dobson with the header. His header finds Ben Harris. Oh, he just tries to flick it around Murray and run past him, but he just ran into Murray. It's not a free kick or anything like that. It's good play, but it just ran on a little bit too far. Reddish have just scored against Merthyr. So it's Merthyr 0, Reddish 1. Ball here with Flood. Just inside his own half. Flicks the ball out here towards Fraser. Fraser keeps the ball in well. Togwell under pressure loses it here to Martell. Martell Powell plays it in. Offside by a mile is Corcoran, and that's a free kick here to the Rebels. And the local police are here for some reason this afternoon. Must be come to see a decent game of football, really. And it's a free kick here for Slough for offside, which Turner will take for the Rebels. 24 minutes gone here. Slough with a 1-goal lead here. And Turner plays it on the far hand side, looking for Dobson. Bridges does well to head it back towards his goalkeeper under pressure. And the ball's here with Tibbets. Tibbets just drops the ball to the edge of his box and plays it down the line. It's Sean Fraser who wins the head. It comes straight out of play for a throw to Royston on that far hand side, and a free kick to them 15 yards inside the Slough half. And Corcoran gets the ball back in towards Braithwaite. It's going to be cleared by Nisbet, trying to find Flood, intercepted by Braithwaite. Sliding challenge there by Thomas, and the ball played forward. Dobson covers for Slough and clears down the line here for Flood. Flood up against Murray. Flood with the ball, keeps the ball in on his near hand side, cuts back inside, plays it in looking for Dunn. Oh, Thomas, it's good play by Thomas. He just dummied the ball, and it meant that Simon Dunn stopped his run and ran through to the goalkeeper Tibbets. Cleared by Tibbets, and then Slough looking for a free kick that they get for a foul on George Wells. And Slough look to take it quickly, but they're going to just take their time with this free kick now. And Nisbet takes it and knocks it back towards Turner. And then Turner plays the ball deep here, looking for Ben Harris on this far hand side. Harris does well to win the header. It's intercepted by Murray. His clearance only finds Powell. Powell flicks the ball on, but one back by Sean Fraser, then just gets tackled by Powell. Ball comes here and rebounds for Murray. Murray plays it out towards Gordon. Gordon takes it on his shoulder. Oh, waits for the ball, and that allows George Wells to come in. Finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris trying to play it. Murray, it's a free kick here for a foul on Ben Harris. Ben Harris took the wrong decision there. He should have passed the ball in towards Flood, and Flood would have been on one with the goalkeeper instead. As he took his time to take the shot, he got tackled by Powell, and he's down injured here at the moment on the edge of the 18-yard box. Powell trying to explain that he thought he got the ball. It is a free kick to Slough, and six Royston players around Powell here at the moment. And Powell gets the first yellow card of the afternoon for the foul. And I think that's what he's trying to explain here, is that he didn't think it was a yellow card. It's a challenge from behind. And it's a free kick here to Slough. Dobson will stand over. It's around about 22, 23 yards away from goal, just to the side of the D off the edge of the penalty area. Matt Lynch standing over this way, just trying to confuse the goalkeeper. It's a 4-man wall for Royston. And the referee just making sure that wall's back all the 10 yards before looking to take this free kick. Is it Lynch or is it Dobson? It's going to be Dobson. Hits it hard straight at the wall. Comes back out here towards Togwell. Togwell then spreads it looking for Lynch. Braithwaite can clear for Royston. It goes straight out of play. And it's out for a throw to Slough, which Slough tried to take quickly, but Corcoran was closing Togwell down, so Slough will just take their time. And Fraser will take the throw on the far hand side, trying to find Ben Harris, trying to flick the ball on. Comes off Braithwaite last. Castiglione clears. Nisbet heads the ball away. Comes here towards Corcoran. His touch is poor. It's intercepted by Togwell. And he spreads the ball here for George Wells on this left hand side. Wells bringing the ball in, plays it, trying to play in Dobson, it's just a little bit behind him, played in by Bridges, intercepted by Togwell in towards Dunn, back in towards, then intercepted by Powers, it's Royston with the ball here with Corcoran, finds Gordon takes his time and Ben Harris closes down for Slough, comes off Ben Harris, last it'll be a throw to Royston Town. And it's just a throw just inside the Slough half. And Bridges will take the throw. In towards Thomas, gets it towards Bridges. Bridges finds Powell. Powell spreads it to Goffran. On the left hand side, cuts back inside on his right foot, trying to find Gordon on this far hand side. Gordon takes it down really well, but gets a touch to it. Ball comes in, it's a touch there by Marriott. It rolls into the hands of Jack Turner. Gordon had gone down, maybe looking for a penalty there, but not given by the referee. And it's into the hands of Jack Turner, the Slough goalkeeper. And long kick by Turner, headed away by Murray. Nisbet heads the ball back on. Flood flicks it on here toward Ben Harris. Harris trying to get goal side of Bridges. Bridges plays it back towards Tibbets and under pressure clears only as far as Dunn. Little cushion header in towards Dobson. Dobson crosses on the far hand side, trying to find Flood. Flood gets a touch. He's still bouncing around, trying to turn it in. Still got the ball, looking for the ball. Dunn tries to get there. He can't get it. He's off the ball by Powell. And Powell can bring the ball out here for Royston. Togwell's in front of him. Plays it back out here to Castiglione. Castiglione looking up and plays it in, intercepted by Lynch. Lynch evades a challenge of Powell. Slough still with the ball. Chips the ball over here for Harris. Harris is offside. It's a free kick to Royston Town. Ben Harris just not impressed by the decision by the linesman. And a few Royston fans thinking that Ben Harris should be booked for dissent there, but it's a free kick here to Royston. The goalkeeper Tibbets will come across to take, and he plays it long into this overcast sky. Braithwaite does well to flick the ball on. Flicked on again here, looking for Castiglione. Great tackle by Hollis, and it's out of play for a corner to Royston Town on the far hand side. And it will be Corcoran who goes across to take this corner. It'll be an in-swinging corner for Slough to defend. And still waiting for Corcoran to take this corner. Murray and Braithwaite have gone forwards for it. It's played into the box. Murray gets a header there but can't direct it goalwards. It's out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. And it's going to be a goal kick to be taken by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And he's just eventually going to take this kick. Long kick here aimed at Flood. Goffran's underneath it. Flood gets to header it on. Flicked on by Thomas only as far as Togwell. Togwell finds Dobson. Dobson's little touch in towards Lynch. Lynch finds Flood. Back here towards Lynch. Lynch under pressure from Powell. Just has to play it back here towards Nisbet. Nisbet's ball finds Togwell. Togwell flicks it towards Flood. Flood takes a touch, trying to play the ball in. One back here by Gordon. Gordon immediately under pressure from Flood. Flood commits the foul. And it's a free kick to Royston. And a free kick 5 or 6 yards inside their own half. 32 minutes gone here at Arbour Park. Slough still with the 1-goal lead. The ball's here with Goffran. Plays it on the far hand side towards Braithwaite. Braithwaite up against Lynch. Plays the ball in, looking for Marriott. Marriott comes back inside, finds Corcoran with the ball. Corcoran trying to orchestrate things here for Royston. Plays it out here towards Gordon. Gordon's got Bridges on the overlap, but cuts inside with the ball. And done with the tackle, and it's cleared by Dobson, only as far as Powell. Powell's ball hits Lynch, and Lynch has the ball and finds Sean Fraser. Fraser under pressure from Castiglione. Plays it forwards, looking for Ben Harris. Just couldn't get to the ball, and Goffran can see it back towards goalkeeper Tibbets. And Slough happy to let Tibbets have the ball inside his penalty area. Long kick by him forwards, looking for Marriott. Marriott wins a header, but then headed away by Fraser. Comes to Goffran. Little cushion header outside here towards Braithwaite. Braithwaite plays it in here and finds Corcoran. Corcoran plays the ball in towards Marriott. Marriott gets inside the box, trying to play the ball back. Superb tackle by Hollis. Ball still bouncing. Another great tackle by Tugwell. And Tugwell gets a second chance to head the ball away, trying to find Harris. Goffran comes across to win the ball. Finds Thomas inside the centre circle. His ball played in. George Wells with the tackle and wins it back here for Slough. Trying to play the ball forwards, looking for Ben Harris. It's a lovely ball. Ben Harris got the goal. He's tried to chip the goalkeeper. Didn't guess the best contact, and it rolls into the hands of a grateful Tibbets. But Slough trying to hit on the counter attack there. Ball's here with Goffran. Outside towards Braithwaite. Braithwaite trying to take Lynch on. Lynch gets his body in the way and holds him up. Braithwaite has to go back towards his goalkeeper under pressure. Back here to Josh Tibbets. And Tibbets can play the ball out here looking for Bridges. Bridges takes it down well on his chest. Chips the ball in here finding Marriott. Marriott tries to head the ball on. Headed away by Hollis. Comes here towards Powell. Powell controls inside the centre circle and finds Marriott. Marriott tries to skip past the challenge. One back by Dobson. Played in here towards Nisbet. Nisbet trying to chip the ball in for Flood. Flood keeps the ball in on the far hand side. Comes off Murray last. It's a throw to the Rebels. And taken quickly here, trying to find Ben Harris. Harris comes across, gets caught there. And the referee says it's not a foul. And it's a goal kick to Royston Town. Strange decision, but there you go. See if we can find you some scores from the Southern Premier League in a second. Just wait for Tibbets to take this goal kick. It's going to be a free header here for Hollis, so he heads it up in the air. Sean Fraser under pressure from Marriott, has to head the ball on, heads it out of play, and out of play for a throw to Royston on the far hand side. Braithwaite to take the throw here for Royston. In here towards Thomas. Thomas back into Braithwaite. Braithwaite all the way back here to Goffran. Plays a little ball in here for Thomas to try and orchestrate things. Finds Bridges in an advanced position. Bridges in towards Corcoran. Back in towards Bridges, cut halfway across the pitch. Leaves it back here for Corcoran. He chips the ball forwards, but it's gone all the way out of play for a goal kick to the Rebels. And we'll try and find you some latest scores. Freema 2-0 up, which means that as it stands, Dunstable will be going down from the division. As Turner comes to take this goal kick for Slough. Long into this night sky. Harris tries to flick the ball on. Comes towards Flood. Flood's offside. And it's a free kick to Royston Town. And it's going to be Tibbets to take this free kick for Royston. Game just gone into a little bit of a lapse here in these last few minutes. We've got around about 10 minutes left of this first half. Ball played in here by Tibbets, looking for Bridges. Bridges heads the ball on, but George Wells under pressure hooks the ball away for Slough, and it'll be a throw to Royston Town. And it'll be Bridges to take the throw in towards Thomas. Thomas has time on the ball here, trying to play the ball in towards Corcoran. He can't control it. It's gone all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it remains 1-0 here at Arbour Park. Ball's here with Slough's goalkeeper Jack Turner. And a long kick by him here. Aimed for Harris, beaten to the ball by Murray. Comes towards Corcoran inside the centre circle. Chips the ball forwards. Castiglioni's offside. And that'll be a free kick to the Rebels. And game just petered out a little bit here. And Turner to take this free kick for Slough. Looking for Dobson, but it's just gone straight out of play And out for a Royston throw. Cleared down the line here, looking for Marriott. Well headed away by Hollis. It will come through to Wells. Takes the touch and plays the ball forwards. Chris Flood's onside here. He's trying to wait for the ball to bounce. It comes from Goffin in towards Flood. Oh, and Ben Harris. They just got in each other's feet there, and it's all the way through to the goalkeeper Tibbetts. He launches a long kick down the field. Nisbet's there to poke the ball out of play for a throw to Royston here. Quick throw in by Bridges, gets the ball back from Thomas, goes all the way back towards his goalkeeper. Dobson will chase this down, and Tibbetts puts it high into this night sky. Underneath it is George Wells, gets pushed off the ball. Handball by Gordon Shirley, plays the ball down the line, trying to find Marriott, but Hollis is there for Slough to clear. Keeps the ball in play, comes off the head of Corcoran in towards Thomas. Thomas has time to spread the ball out here for Braithwaite on that left hand side. Plays it in towards Castiglione. You can turn back here towards Powell. Powell in towards Thomas. Back in here, and Powell has the ball, trying to find Corcoran. Corcoran immediately under pressure, gives the ball away here to Dobbs. Oh, and somehow they've given away a free kick for something. I don't know what the referee saw there. I really don't. Haven't got the foggiest what he's seen, but he's given a free kick here to Royston. And it's going to be around about 30 yards away from goal for Royston here. Corcoran is the player standing over this free kick. Murray, Braithwaite and Goffin have gone forwards for this free kick. Corcoran will take it, will go for goal. It takes a deflection off the ball, and it's gone out for a corner to Royston Town. And yet again, Corcoran will be the player that goes across to take this. And it's an in-swinging corner here for Royston Town. Marriott makes a run to the near post, gives the ball back here towards Corcoran. He can cross it in from a deeper position. It's a free header, and it's an equaliser for Adam Murray, who scores on 41 minutes. The equaliser coming from the corner, played into the far post, and Murray rises high at the back post, heads the ball in. Not many Royston fans have made the journey here this afternoon. And a slight murmur from the Royston fans, and that means that that puts their playoff position in a different position now. And Slough will just try and play. They've got 4 and a bit minutes left of this first half, and Slough with the kick-off, played here towards Wells. Wells here. And Wells chipping the ball forwards here. No one to chase it. Bridges has plenty of time to close the ball down and plays it forwards. Marriott with the chest into the ball path for Powell. Powell now back out here towards Braithwaite. Braithwaite turns inside past Ledge. Plays the ball down the field looking for Marriott. Hollis is there, but there's an offside against Marriott. It's a free kick here to the Rebels. And it's 1-1 here at Arbour Park. And it's halfway inside the Slough half. Turner will take it, plays it quick here towards Nisbet. Nisbet has time on the ball, closed down by Corcoran, chips the ball forwards, easy header away by Braithwaite. Slough just losing a bit of their play here. Ball's here with Gordon. Gordon running down this near hand side, hits it straight at Simon Dunn, who finds Dobson. Dobson with a chance to chip the ball forwards. It's a poor ball played in on the wrong side of Flood, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Royston Town halfway inside their own half. And it'll be Braithwaite on the far hand side to take this one. Eventually he'll take the throw. And looking for Marriott, comes off the head of Fraser, headed back by Simon Dunn. Lynch will try and keep the ball in on the far hand side. Comes off the foot of Castiglione for a throw to Slough on the far side. Sean Fraser will take it around about 15 yards inside the Royston half. Just looking for a bit of option here from his teammates. It's not really coming. and finds Simon Dunn. Dunn back in towards Fraser. Fraser gets the ball into Togwell. Togwell under pressure but finds Dobson. Dobson, little cushion ball inside to Togwell. Togwell continues, plays the ball out here towards Dobson. Hits it with power across the box. Oh, it's blocked. It's great defending in the end by Goffran in the Royston penalty area with the block. Played forwards by Gordon, but he gives the ball away here towards Lynch. Lynch here under pressure will play the ball out and find Sean Fraser. Fraser just inside his own half. To bring the ball forward, plays it inside here towards Lynch. Lynch holds off the challenger Gordon and Slough pass it in here towards Togwell. Togwell finds Dunn. Dunn with a bit of space here to shoot from distance. It's high and well wide of the goal. And it's a goal kick here to Royston Town. 1-1 the current score. We're a minute and a half away from the break. There's going to be some added time to be added on. And just going to see what added time will be on at the moment as we wait for Tibbets to take this goal kick. Aimed here towards Corcoran. Wells with the header away. Dunn then flicks on the next header. Comes to Thomas. Thomas brings the ball down. Finds Bridges. Bridges cuts inside. Has the ball here. Chips it in looking for Marriott. Marriott trying to chest the ball down. It's cleared by Nisbet only as far as Bridges. Finds Corcoran. Corcoran just turns away from Dunn. Inside towards Thomas. Thomas spreads it immediately into the left hand side for Braithwaite. Braithwaite's touch finds Castiglione. Forced backwards by Fraser. And Braithwaite finds Powell. Powell just inside the Slough half. Trying to chip the ball here on the far hand side. Looking for Gordon. Headed away by Wells. Dobson's there first for Slough to clear, but only as far as Thomas. Oh, it comes off Thomas's knee and when intercepted by Ben Harris. Harris skips down the left hand side, skips past one challenge. Murray goes past him, but he goes past him, gets into the box, gets to the 6-yard, plays it across, finds Lynch, and Lynch puts it over the top of the bar. Good play by Ben Harris. Really should have been better by Slough. And a good chance there for the Rebels, woken the crowd up a little bit, but out of play, and it's a goal kick here. There'll be a minute of added time, which we're into now. And it will be Tibbets with the goal kick to get this game back underway. And taking his time with this goal kick. And finally he'll take it. And plays it long here, looking for Corcoran, who holds the ball up, but Wells just lets the ball run out of play for a throw to Slough. And Wells with the throw here, 5 yards inside his own half, finds Harris. Harris flicking the ball on, trying to find the runner Flood, but it goes through to the goalkeeper Tibbets. And I get the feeling that when he kicks this will almost be half time. So he's just taking his time here with this kick and plays it in, and looks here for Gordon. Gordon flicking the ball on, only as far as Wells. Wells just acrobatically headers the ball back towards the goalkeeper Turner. And Turner just has the ball here, and he must blow for half time, and surely he does. And it's the half time whistle here at Arbour Park. It's Slough Town 1, Royston 1. Slough with the early goal given to them by James Dobson with a great header from a Matt Lynch cross on 6 minutes. But the equaliser comes from the visitors here on 41 minutes, where Adam Murray rises highest at the back post to put the ball into the back of the net from a cross from a corner that was taken short. And it's a 1-1 here at Arbour Park, and the equalising goal came in a spell of play where it was a bit scrappy between the two sides. And Neil Baker just having a chat with the referee as they come off. See if we can find you some half-time scores in a second. Like I say, if you do want to get in contact, you can contact us on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the YouTube, the comment section there. And it's going to be a half-time draw taking place here for a signed shirts, a Slough Town shirt going on. And we're just going to see who wins that. We've got some Ladies people, good afternoon to Craig Minter who's listening. And we're going to have a draw for a signed Slough Town shirt. Someone's won it. She got picked out 2 instead. $290. If you got 290, you've won the signed Slough shirt. So there you go. And someone will collect it from somewhere. I don't know what's going on. I don't think anyone knows what's going on, really. We're just going to wait for some half-time scores to come through for you in a second. I can tell you that it's St Neots 0, Gosport 1, which means that Gosport will stay up and that will send Dunstable down. Kettering have equalised. It's Kettering 1, Farnborough 1 at half-time. And those are all we've got here at the moment. We'll run through some half-time scores from other games for you. So we won't give you the Premier League scores at the moment, apart from Liverpool 0, Stoke City 0 was the full-time score. I can tell you in the Sky Bet Championship, it's Aston Villa 0, Derby County 1, Barnsley 1, Brentford 0, Burton Albion 2, Bolton 0, Hull City 0, Cardiff 1, Middlesbrough Mill was a late kick-off at half-5. It's Norwich City 1, Leeds 1, Forest 0, Bristol City 0, QPR 1, Birmingham 1, Reading 0, Ipswich 0, Sheffield United 0, Preston 0, and Wolves 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0. In Sky Bet League 1, it's Blackpool 0, Shrewsbury 1, Bradford 0, Southend 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Gillingham 0, Bury 0, Portsmouth 0, Charlton 1, Blackburn 0, MK Dons 0, Scunthorpe 2, Oldham 0, Doncaster 0. Oh, we've got our winning shirt man who's won the shirt. And we've got Oldham 0, Doncaster 0, Oxford 0, Rochdale 0, Peterborough 0, Fleetwood 0, Plymouth 0, Rotherham 1, Walsall 0, Northampton 0, Wigan 0, AFC Wimbledon 1 in Sky Bet League 2. Accrington Stanley 1, Lincoln City 0, Cheltenham 0, Coventry City 4, Chesterfield 1, Wickham 1, Colchester 0, Swindon 0, Crawley 1, Crewe 1, Grimsby 1, Notts County 0, Luton 1, Forest Green 0, Morecambe 0, Marlett 0, Newport County 1, Coimbridge United 0, Port Vale 1, Carlisle 0, Stevenage 2, Exeter 0, and Yeovil 1, Mansfield 0. Those are your latest scores in the Sky Bet League 2. See if we can find you the latest scores from our league. What a stupid time to do that. There you go. I've got to find you. Just going to sneeze for a second. We're going to see if we can find you some half-time scores. Sorry, just stopping, but a lot of people have been coming up today and thanking me for the commentaries that we give. I can tell you that we've got Basingstoke 2, Kings Langley 0, Weymouth 0, Hitchin 0, Kettering 1, Farnborough 0, Frome 2, Dunstable 0, Chesham 0, Kings Lynn 2. We're just going to change our microphone. Just hold on a sec. Right, back again. I'm trying to find you some half-time scores. Just weird. Right, so I'm going to give you the half-time scores from the Southern Premier League. Just bear with me for a second. My hands are a bit cold. It's come for an April day. It's quite cold here this afternoon. We'll just do that. So it's Basingstoke 2, Kings Langley 0, Biggleswade 1, Dorchester 1, Bishop Stortford 0, Stratford 1, Chesham 0, Kings Lynn 2, Frome 2, Dunstable 0, Kettering 1, Farnborough 1, Merthyr 0, Redditch 2, I think it is, a 1, I think it's 1. St Ives 0, Hereford 1, St Neots 0, Gosport 1, Tiverton 0, Banbury 0, and Weymouth 0, Hitchin 0. Those are your latest scores from the Southern Premier League. What we'd like to do, if you're listening on the YouTube and you are a subscriber, as many of you are, Graham Ash is on there and whatever. So, hold on a second. Just bear with us while we just get the half-time scores for the stadium announcer. Yeah, got it? No worries. If you would like to leave any of your messages for the boys for this season, if you do that later on in the second half, what we're going to plan to do, if we can, is we'll read out your messages to the Slough Town team while we wait for that presentation. After the final whistle, there'll be a presentation, and what we'll do is we'll read out your messages from everyone, and about any message you want to send for the boys for the playoffs, and we'll do that late in the second half and do those at the end of the second half while we wait for the presentation awards, which will stay on for, and we'll give you all the winners of the presentation award that will go on the pitch after the end of the game. Thank you, kind sir. Someone just bought me a cup of tea, which is ideal. And just a reminder that you will get you will get goal clips this evening. Goal clips this evening. Highlights will be in about an hour's time. Yeah, highlights will be on sometime Sunday from our friends at FC Video, who are doing the Goal of the Season award, and I'm going to have a guess who the Goal of the Season was. It's going to be James Dobson, one of his 26 goals that he scored this season. I'm going to guess the one against Chesham. But he's not giving anything away. He's got a poker face that the poker masters would be proud of. But there you go. So there will be a presentation at the end of today's game for various things, including the goal of the season. Like I say, if you do want to leave any messages for the boys, either on Twitter or on the Matchday chat, I'll read those out at the end of the second half while we wait for the presentations this evening. Just enjoying a warm cup of tea on what is turning into a very cold afternoon here at Arbour Park. And we've run through the scores and whatever, so nothing else to give you here. Just a reminder that the next games for Slough will be on Wednesday, whether they're home or away. The playoffs semi-finals, both games are going to be played on the Wednesday, and the final will be the bank holiday Monday, 7:45 kickoff. If Slough are away, there will be supporters coaches going. You'll be able to book those over the internet. If it's a Slough home game, we'll let you know at the end of the game. And just a reminder that on Saturday 9th of June there's a Legends game here between two sets of Slough Town Legends teams. The Blues and the Ambers will battle for the Legends Trophy. It's the fourth Legends game that's been organised. So just keep your eye on that one later. And we're just waiting here for all the Slough fans to come behind that goal to our right. The bar's very busy behind us here. We'll hopefully be busy quite late this evening. Oh, excuse me, sorry. And apologies there. Slough Town players just coming back out for the second half. I'll just keep an eye to see if there's any half-time substitutions. Apologies, they're just having a bit of a sneezing fit there, sorry. So we're going to keep our eye out and see if there's any substitutions for either side at the start of the second half. And obviously we'll keep you up to date with any more scores from the other games. As it stands, Slough will end the day in third position in the Southern Premier League, which means they'll be home on Wednesday. But all to play for this afternoon, as the Royston Town team come out as well. And we're just waiting here for the officials is the only ones that are coming out. They're slowly coming out now. And we'll be here with the second half coverage. Just going to have a look through. There's no changes for the Rebels. So the starting lineup for them in the second half. Oh dear, bless me. Is Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 is captain Mark Nisbet, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Chris Flood, 11 Matt Lynch. There's no changes for Royston Town either. So their starting lineup is Josh Tibbetts in goal, 2 Sam Cochrane, 3 Sam Goffran, 4 is Scott Bridges captain, 5 is Adam Murray, 6 Dan Braithwaite, 7 Josh Castelloni, 8 Martel Powell, 9 Amanda Marriott, 10 Scott Harris, and 11 is Rondell Gordon. Those are your 2 sides for the start of the second half. As the collection flag just comes past us here. Put that in my car, please. And kick-off here for Slough in the second half, with Wells playing the ball forward here, looking for Ben Harris. Ben Harris gets the ball. It's hooked clear though in the end by Braithwaite. And it goes to Bridges on the far hand side. You can chest the ball down. You can't stand there. Can't stand there. And ball played over the top here, and Nisbet up against Marriott. Marriott just gets there and he heads the ball back towards the goalkeeper, Jack Turner. Ball played forward here by Slough. And here with Matt Lynch up against Braithwaite. And Braithwaite clears the ball down the line. It's out of play for a throw to the Rebels. There are a few people standing in our way at the moment, so can't actually see down the line. Ball played in here towards Togwell. Togwell finds Flood. Flood playing the ball out on the far hand side to Dobson. Dobson turns and shoots from distance. It's high, wide, and over the top of the goal. Out for a goal kick. So it's Tibbetts to take this goal kick here in the second half. And just taking his time with this goal kick. And he'll eventually get there sometime. It's a playoff final soon. Ball played forwards here by Tibbetts, and Corcoran just barges into Nisbet. It's a free kick for the Rebels. Free kick to the Rebels, 15 yards inside their own half. Wells takes it quickly, trying to find Lynch. Len cuts inside well, holds the ball up here against Braithwaite. Goes past the challenge, plays the ball in, gets taken out here and wins a free kick by the referee who played the advantage. It's a free kick for Slough. I'd say roughly just under 30 yards out for the Rebels, just shy of 30 yards. It's in position with the tram line of the 6-yard box. The tram line of that on the goalkeeper's left hand side. Dobson and Lynch standing over this for Slough. The referee just marking out the 10 yards. It is literally a yard outside the 18 box, so it's 29 yards away from goal. 3-man ball here for Royston. And Dobson and Ben Harris standing over it. It's Dobson that goes for it, takes it, it's in! Dobson's got a second! Curls it in from the free kick, beats the goalkeeper low. And it's a goal to the Rebels. That's his second of the game. And that puts him on chance of the golden boot. And the goal in 48 minutes. And it's a goal by James Dobson, who's now overtaken Chris Flood for the golden boot. And the Rebels lead here 2-1, and again with an early goal in the game. And again the Slough trying to keep that position in the playoffs. Third position. Ball's here with Martell. Skips past the challenge of Harris. Chips the ball down the field here. Fraser with the header away. Only as far as Corcoran. Corcoran evades the challenge of Togwell. Shoots from distance. It's just flashed wide of the goal. And out of play for a goal kick. It's a goal kick here for Jack Turner to take. Slough fans just making their way round for the make some noise for the second half. Bar's always full here between what you can see out of it. Turner to take this kick here. Ben Harris goes down. Ball back won by Togwell. Play forwards here. Chris Flood will chase this on the far hand side, and Chris Flood is offside, and it's a free kick to Royston Town. Goffran takes the free kick quickly here for Royston. Finds Murray in towards Powell. Powell will play it out here towards Bridges. Bridges takes a touchdown. Back here towards Murray. Murray chased down by Harris. Plays the ball forwards here. Wells is underneath it for Slough. He'll watch the ball go out of play. And it's out of play for a Slough Town throw. Halfway inside their own half. It's George Wells with the throw. Finding Ben Harris. Trying to flick the ball on. Comes off Murray last. And it'll be a throw to Slough just inside the Royston half. And George Wells to take it quickly, trying to find Dobson. Dobson just trying to flick the header on, but can't direct it in play. It's gone out of play for a throw to Royston on the far hand side. And it's Bridges to take the throw in towards Corcoran, gets the ball back towards Bridges. Plays the ball down here to Marriott. Marriott trying to flick the ball into Gordon. It'll be intercepted by Hollis with a great challenge in towards Dunn. Dunn finds Ben Harris. Harris holding the ball. He just shreds on the ball, but trying to shake the challenge off. Flicked on by Corcoran. Only as far as Nisbet, who plays the ball down the field. Dobson's offside, and it's a free kick to Royston Town. And it's a free kick here to be taken by Scott Bridges. The Royston Town is going to leave it for the goalkeeper Tibbets to come and take. And Tibbets to take this free kick here, aimed towards Murray. Murray and Hollis clash. It comes off the head of Hollis last. It'll be a throw to Royston Town. Just stand there right in the way, mate. Why not? Ball's here with Corcoran. Just being pressurised by Togwell. Togwell's forcing him backwards. Corcoran turns, runs straight into Lynch. Ball comes here towards Fraser. Fraser clears looking for Ben Harris. Corcoran with the clearance in towards Powell. Powell has the ball towards Bridges on the far hand side. In. Looking for Powell, and Wells is adjudged to have fouled for a free kick here to Royston Town. And Kettering have scored as well, so both teams are winning here. Means that Sloughs do sit in third position. This free kick from Bridges on the far hand side finds Rondell, but the ball is the referee is saying that Royston took a moving ball or something. I'm not sure what it is, but the referee has called it back, and it's a free kick again to Royston Town to be taken. And it's Bridges to take this one again. This time he's going to float the ball into the box. Again, Murray rises high at the far post, but gathered by Jack Turner. And Turner just slows the game down here for the Rebels. So Kettering winning as well means that Slough do need to win here if they want any home advantage. Ball played in towards Dobson, towards Wells, in here towards Dunn. Dunn turns and finds Ben Harris. Ben Harris not being held. It's a ball here with Murray. Murray finds Gordon on the far hand side, gives the ball away. It's a foul by Simon Dunn. And a free kick to Royston on the halfway line, which Bridges will take. Chips the ball in, looking for Corcoran, headed away by Hollis, only as far as Thomas. Thomas keeps the ball inside the Slough half and finds Powell. Powell back in towards Thomas and spreads it out to Bridges on the far hand side. Bridges just crosses the halfway line, chips the ball forward here, looking for the run of Marriott. Marriott has time to chest the ball down and turn. Back here towards Gordon. Gordon running through. Great challenge though by Nisbet. Not does he win the ball, but he finds Ben Harris. Harris got only Flood with him. Trying to go past Murray. Runs across there and gets a free kick for the foul by Murray. And Murray's going to get a yellow card. To me, that's quite harsh. Because I think Ben Harris has ran into him. I mean, he's running his path. He's angling at the box. Murray can't get out past the way. And it's a free kick. And I'm just wondering if Murray is going to get the yellow card here. Matt Lentz just got pushed by Powell. And Murray gets the yellow card. As the Slough fans are making some noise behind the goal on the far hand side. It is Murray who finally gets the yellow card from the referee here. And it's Lentz standing over this free kick for Slough. And the referee just marking out 10 yards. It's around about 25 yards away from the Royston goal, but it's quite far down that side there. And Lentz to take this free kick. Plays the ball into the box. Tibbetts can't get there, so come off the head of Flood. And it goes out for a goal kick here to Royston Town. I think many of the fans think the last touch came off the goalkeeper, but well, Guy Hollis has just got naked. Or he's just taking his top off. Some of you might have missed that. That's why you should always come to the games, because it's a lot better if you're here. So the referee just been showing that just going to wait a second here. As Guy Hollis hasn't got a number on the back of his shirt because his shirt was torn. And the referee just making note that Guy Hollis is number 4. So just a break of play here. And the game will kick off eventually. And Tibbetts with this long kick down the field. It'll be a free header for Lee Togwell. Heads it forwards. Hollis, Flood trying to get there. Ben Harris trying to play the ball in. The goalkeeper comes to the edge of his box to claim the ball. And while we wait for everyone to leave the bar, get into position, we can't see anything. Tibbetts with this long ball down the field here. Looking for Gordon. Flicks the ball on well. Finds Marriott. Manifit wins the ball. Great tackle by him and brings the ball out now as well. Finds Dobson on this left hand side. Dobson on the hat trick trying to find Ben Harris. Ben Harris knows he's offside, so he's not going to run for that ball. This goes out of play for a throw to Royston Town. Try and keep you up to date with the scores from those other games as well. And the ball blown in quickly by Braithwaite in towards Corcoran. Corcoran under pressure from Harris. Goffran plays it back towards Tibbetts, the goalkeeper. Chased down by Flood. Goalkeeper slips but plays it back here to Goffran, who chips the ball out on the far hand side towards Bridges. Slough putting Royston under pressure here. Ball here with Bridges. Pressure under the far hand side. Plays it down. Intercepted by Wells for Slough. Running with the ball. Just runs into Bridges and Bridges plays it here towards Gordon. Gordon chips the ball down the field. Free header for Nisbet. And he finds Lynch. Lynch just inside the Royston half. Turns and plays it in towards Togwell. Togwell immediately under pressure from Thomas. Little ball in, finds Dunn. Dunn with the ball forwards to Wells. Wells back here. Just gives the ball away here to Corcoran. And Wells trying to win the ball back here. Slough trying to put some pressure on Royston. Chipped forwards by Bridges. Finds Corcoran. Dobson just filling in as left back at the moment. Ball back here towards Bridges. A bit of spell play on the far hand side. Ball played in here towards Merritt. Chipped in looking for Gordon down the left hand side. Gordon cuts inside past one challenge. Keeps hold of the ball and finds Corcoran inside here towards Powell. Powell looks up and plays it in towards Merritt. Merritt spreads it back out to Gordon on the right hand side. Plays it in here towards Corcoran. Corcoran's got time on the ball to turn and find Powell. Powell just under pressure from Lynch back here towards Corcoran. Royston keeping the ball, but with a lack of finished effort, and then it's nicked by Nisbet into the path of Dobson. Dobson with a chance to run down this left hand side, much like he did in that goal against Tiverton. Still with the ball at his feet. Plays it in here towards Togwell. Togwell needs a bit of space on the right hand side. Comes from Matt Lynch. Lynch has got Ben Harris on the outside shot. Goes for a shot himself. Oh, it's tipped onto the crossbar by the goalkeeper. It's a good shot by Lynch. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. Lynch just saw the space open up, went for the shot, and it's a corner to the Rebels on the far hand side. And it's Matt Lynch who goes across to take the corner on that far side. It's just waiting for this in. Slough fans getting behind their team here. As we wait for this corner, referee just spotted something with the linesman here. Gosport are 2-0 up, so that's going to guarantee their safety here in the league. The referee and linesman just seen something going on inside the penalty area. And it's Goffrin who's being called over by the referee. I don't get what he's doing. He seems to think that he's making him change his top. Apparently he's got something on underneath his top. Come on. He's got one of these white Under Armour tops, and it's wrong colour, so he's had to change his top. Yeah, I think he's got a little bit of blood on it. That's what it is. He's got a little bit of blood on his elbow. The corner will come in for Slough. Royston temporarily down to 10 men. Ball's going over the head of everyone, and Thomas will see it out for a throw deep inside the Royston half. Taken quickly here towards Thomas. Ball comes in challenge from Ben Harris, but it goes out of play for a goal kick, and still temporarily down to 10 men. In fact, the Slough physio and the Royston physio are treating Goffrin here at the moment. He's got a cut on his elbow. Come on. And Goffrin will be allowed back on in the second. Referee just making sure that he's fine. And the referee will finally let him back on. And it's Tibbetts who plays the ball for us. Royston back now with 10 men. Ball comes in towards Braithwaite, just trying to steal the ball. Wins it back, and Simon Dunn puts Powell under pressure, but Powell turns and holds the ball up. Does well, turns still inside the centre circle, but still getting no added pressure on, and finds Thomas. Thomas down here for Castiglione. He plays the ball in here towards Corcoran. Royston coming back into this game here. Ball finds into Powell, flecked in for Thomas. Thomas plays it on the far inside to Bridges. Bridges trying to play the ball in. Slough clear only as far as Thomas. He hits it straight at Togwell, but Royston get the ball back here. And it's played out on the far hand side to Bridges. Bridges down the line. Corcoran intercepts, but Marriott plays it down here towards Corcoran. Corcoran crosses first time. Hollis has to clear for Slough. And it's a corner here to Royston Town. And the Slough fans making a bit of noise behind the goal, but Slough just going to see a substitution for Royston Town in a second. Or maybe not. I think they've just changed their mind. So this corner's going to come in on the far hand side by Corcoran. And it's going to be chipped into the far post. Murray rises highest but can't get a touch on it. Comes here towards Bridges. He keeps it in. Finds Powell. Powell just turns on the ball on the edge of the box. Crosses it in low. Nisbet with the clearance. Comes out here though to Castiglione. Castiglione with the ball. Plays it out wide here to Corcoran. Corcoran crosses. It hits Hollis on the back, and Dobson smashes the ball clear. And out of play for a throw to Royston. You're going to see a substitution for both sides here. Coming on will be Scott Davies for number 9, Ben Harris. So Ben Harris coming. We've got a double substitution for the Rebels. Perry Coles is coming on. So and 14 for 8. So the two injured players, Simon Dunn and Ben Harris, are leaving the pitch. Coming on to replace them are Scott Davies and Perry Coles. For Royston, the substitution is number 7, Josh Castiglione, and he's replaced by number 16, Aidan Dawson. So 3 substitutions there for you. For Royston, it's Josh Castiglione off, Dawson on. For the Rebels, it's Dunn and Ben Harris off. Coming on, Scott Davies and Perry Coles. Both Dunn and Ben Harris coming back from injury, so they've got an hour underneath their belt. And it's going to start with a throw to Royston on the far hand side. So people just stand in your way. As Kettering are 4-1 up, Weymouth are winning. So all 4 teams in the playoffs are winning at the moment. So now need to keep hold of this victory here. And it's a ball thrown in, comes off Dobson's head here towards Bridges. Bridges plays it in. Nisbet wins the ball though for Slough. Plays it back here towards Dobson. Dobson little flick trying to find Flood. Comes off Thomas last. It's kept in though well by Scott Davies, trying to play the ball in for Coles, but it's a little bit too far forwards. And goes to the goalkeeper Tibbets, who has plenty of time on the ball to play the ball forwards. Marriott is fouled by Hollis. It's a free kick here to Royston Town. And the free kick is around about 35 yards away from the Slough Town goal. And standing over is Bridges for this free kick for Royston. And it's so we're just waiting for Bridges to take this free kick. Central position here for Royston. Braithwaite and Murray make the run. Murray with the header across. It's cleared by Lynch. Comes off Braithwaite last. No, comes off Lynch last. And in fact, there's an offside for a free kick to the Rebels. Taken quickly here by Slough. Looking for Flood. Flood here up against Thomas. Flood keeps the ball in on this near hand side. Plays a lovely little ball in here to Togwell. Togwell breaks into the box. Tries to play it forwards. It's blocked by the on-rushing Murray and into the hands of the goalkeeper Tibbets. Played back in here by Royston on the far hand side with Thomas. Plugging it out here towards Bridges. Looks like Bridges is going to play a right midfield role here at the moment to try and get forwards a little bit more. Togwell steals the ball off him though, and it's ball played here towards Flood. Flood under the challenge from Braithwaite in towards Togwell. Togwell just has to turn and find Davies. Davies spreads it out wide to Wells. Looks like Dawson's gone in as right back for Royston, but Dawson on the run with the ball, plays it in. It hits Royston player. It's cleared here up towards Corcoran, who plays it in ball into Bridges. Bridges further forward here towards Corcoran, who's trying to find Rondell Gordon on the far hand side, but still good defending by Sean Fraser, who heads the ball back here towards Jack Turner. And Turner chips the ball straight out here towards Wells. Wells does well to intercept turns. So get to his shirt pulled by Dawson, but the referee does stop that. It's a free kick to Slough. Come 20 minutes gone here in the second half. It's Slough Town 2, Royston 1. All 4 teams in the playoff positions are winning, so it means that Slough will finish third. Ball there, looking for the run of Dobson down the line, but it's too far. It goes out of play for a goal kick to Royston Town. And Tibbets will take this goal kick here for Royston. And a long kick here, looking for Gordon. Well won by Fraser. It's here with Togwell. Togwell finds Lynch in a more right position. Has to go back towards his goalkeeper under pressure. And it's Turner with the ball. Barrett tries to close it down. Played down here well by Slough. Looking for Flood. Goffran heads the ball away. Togwell then heads it in towards Flood. Flood holds the ball up, runs into Goffran. Slough looking for a handball, but it's won back here by Gordon. Oh, Hollis sells himself short. Marriott comes in on the far hand side, breaks into the box, plays it back in here towards Gordon. Gordon tries to get there. Corcoran with effort. It's blocked by Slough. Comes here towards Davies. Davies, lovely little pass into the path of Dobson. Dobson's got a chance to run at the back four. Knocks it past. Going to chase his own ball. Goalkeeper's going to have to come to the edge of his penalty area to get it, and he does. And good play though by James Dobson. Ball rolled out here, and Dobson's going to get a yellow card here. because apparently he blocked the throw of Tibbets, and on 67 minutes Dobson gets a yellow card. He's trying to say that all he did was run past the goalkeeper. That's his 8th yellow card of the season, and much to the annoyance of the Slough Town team, that's a soft yellow card to get there. It's cleared by Tibbets, looking for Gordon, headed away well by Nisbet, but Powell makes a mistake, and then Perry Coles clears, goes all the way back towards the goalkeeper Tibbets. He just takes the ball just outside his penalty box with his feet, and still has the ball here at his feet, clears the long here, straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels on the near hand side. It's quite cold here now this evening here at afternoon. Well, what happened to the British summer? Who's taken it and disappeared with it? It's going to be a throw here for the Rebels to come in from Guy Hollis. Looking for Flood. Flood beaten to the ball by Goffin. It will break kindly though for Dobson on the far hand side. He chips it now to the near hand side and finds Lench. Lench just crosses the ball in. What the fucking walk? People just walk straight in. They're trying to. Excuse me if I said a swear word there, but apologies for that. But just you could see the ball's coming in, and instead of stopping and waiting for the ball to come in, just walk straight in the way and blocks you so you can't see. Jeez, take a bit of time and have a bit of consideration for other people. Old people. Headed away by Hollis, only as far as Martel, but it hits Davis, comes back to Martel Powell, but Davis again wins the ball and finds Dobson. Dobson takes the ball down, runs it straight at Dawson, and it's out of play for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. Kettering in the goals here. Kettering 5-1 up now. Hereford lead 2-0 as well, but Kettering 5-1 up at home, and that will increase their. Ball's come here with Braithwaite. Braithwaite turns inside, back in towards Thomas. Thomas with the ball, hits at Merritt at piece, but comes back through. Played over here for Braithwaite. Braithwaite trying to head the ball in towards Bridges, but it's blocked by George Wells, and Jack Turner keeps the ball from going out of play. And Turner just got caught by a couple of boots there, and it's into the arms of the Slough goalkeeper Turner. And it's Turner to take this goal kick from his hands. Gone comes to 25 minutes of this second half gone. Played forwards here looking for Dobson. Dobson up against Dawson. Dawson flicks the ball on. Coles will try and get there first for Slough, and tries to play the ball in. It's won back by Dawson, but Coles wins it back and finds Davies. Davies on that far hand side, being held up here by Dawson, and plays back towards Wells. Wells under pressure from Bridges, back towards Nisbet. Nisbet down the line. It's intercepted by Royston, and Royston have got the ball here again. Corcoran tries to release it quickly. Comes into Thomas. Thomas, ball kept in, but it's given away here towards Davies. Davies chips the ball on the far hand side, looking for Flood. Flood's got it through on the back side. Comes in at the far post, gets to the edge of the 6-yard box. Hits it across the goal. It's hooked clear by Braithwaite, and it's cleared for a throw to the Rebels. It's a throw, comes in quickly here towards Flood, and the linesman says there's been a shirt pulling there, so it's a throw here to the Rebels. Gee, me. It's going to be a free kick here to Slough. And Dobson's the player that comes across to take this free kick for Slough. And it's kind of like not far from the corner flag, about 4 or 5 yards either way from the corner flag. It's a free kick here for Slough. Dobson takes it, goes into the back post, looking for Flood. It doesn't go through. It doesn't get a touch. It goes out of play for a goal kick here to Royston Town. Less than 20 minutes left of this second half here. Slough still with a 2-1 lead, but all the other teams in the Southern Premier League are winning in the top 5. And it's played out here by the goalkeeper Tibbets. Wells with the header away, but a push in the back of Corcoran as well means it's a free kick here to Royston on the far hand side, about 15 yards inside the Slough half. And it's Bridges to take it. I think Wells is just getting a yellow card on the far hand side from the referee. I guess it's most probably for back chat for disagreeing with the decision from the referee there. And Bridges will be the player that takes his free kick here for Royston. So now with some defending to do. All three centre backs have come forwards for this free kick here for Royston. And Bridges takes it, just chips the ball up in the air. Murray again rises high, but comes on the far hand side to Togwell. He's got plenty of time to clear, being closed down. Clears, it's not the best of clearances, comes back out here towards Bridges, who looks up to cross the ball in again. Comes to the far post where it's Goffrin, who tries to get a tee up a shot, but hits it high and well wide of the goal. And that's a typical shot from a centre back. And it's a goal kick here for the Rebels. And as it stands, it looks like Dunstable will be the team going down from our league. And Slough just trying to get a little bit of tempo in their game at the moment. It's a little bit start here for the Rebels at the moment. So Turner with the long kick. Comes off the head of Dawson. It'll come here towards Thomas. Thomas plays the ball in. Tugwell gets there first for Slough. Trying to chip the ball in towards Flood. Headed away by Goffrin. Comes to the far hand side where Braithwaite puts it high into the sky. It takes a spin and goes into the crowd. It's a throw here to Slough. It's Sean Fraser standing over this throw, and Davies just got caught there as he jumped with the ball. It's out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's 2 yards inside the Royston Town half. And Sean Fraser to take this throw, looking for Flood. Flood just eases the ball in, looking for Lynch. Hooked clear though by Goffrin. Wells will have plenty of time on the far hand side to keep the ball in. And cuts inside past Bridges, still has the ball. Gets it with the outside of his boot. Little run from Togwell. Tries to head it back in towards Coles. Coles just has to stop. He wins the ball back here and plays it out here to the far hand side. Dobson. I can't see what's going on because people are just standing in the way. Ball's here with Thomas. Played down the line here towards Gordon. Gordon with the ball back in. Played a little 1-2 with Merritt, trying to find Corcoran. So now win the ball back here with Davies. Davies just evading a few challenges. Keeps the ball in here and it comes off Corcoran last and out of play for a throw to Slough. And Slough will just let Hollis take this. And Hollis with the long throw down the line trying to find Flood. Flood going to run towards the corner flag. Keeps the ball in. Still has Matt Lynch with him, but plays the ball in towards Coles. Coles trying to flick the ball in towards Flood. Again, Slough looking for a little flick on, but it comes through to Tibbets. And the goalkeeper. No, I'm the commentator, yeah. Oh, mate, cool. Oh, mate. Ball here with Wells. Wells trying to hook the ball clear. And hooks it clear to Dobson. Dobson's flick on comes only as far as Powell. Powell's ball in, looking for Bridges. Wells comes across to clear for Slough. And wins a free kick for a late challenge there on George Wells. We've got them all this afternoon. Getting all the crazy people. And it looks like Bridges is going to be the next name in the book for the referee. And it is. Bridges is the next player in the book on 75 minutes. 15 minutes left of this second half. Now still with this 2-1 lead here at the moment. And Jack Turner will take this free kick. The referee still hasn't given him his card. He's just telling him off here. And finally gives him the yellow card. Bridges he looks a lot like John Hartson, if you want to know what he looks like. That's the best description I can give him. And Slough have a free kick which Jack Turner will take here. And Turner, long kick here up into the overcast sky. Flicks off the head of Goffrin. It will be a throw here to Slough. And Slough will just let Matt Lynch take this throw. Coles makes running in towards Togwell. Back in towards Lynch. Finds Togwell. Togwell under pressure finds Lynch. In towards Sean Fraser. Slough keeping the ball. Finds Davies. Davies skips past challenge. Still has the ball at his feet. Then plays it in here towards Coles. Coles on the edge of the box. Just trips on the ball as he's challenged by Braithwaite. Ball's back in here towards Braithwaite. Gives it to Goffin. Goffin under pressure. Goes back towards the goalkeeper and Tibbets clears the ball. Not the best of clearances. It's free header for Lynch. Trying to find Coles. Coles comes in on the backside of Thomas to try and... That was rude, sorry. Ball came through for Goffin. Spread on the far hand side to Bridges. He can control on his chest and then plays the ball down here for Marriott. Marriott trying to turn, trying to look for the ball through. Comes through, but Gordon was offside and Sean Fraser plays it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner plays it out quickly here looking for Dobson. Dobson keeps the ball in here. Dobson on a hat-trick, remember, in towards George Wells. Wells chipping the ball forwards. And it's a poor ball forwards. It's easily gone through to the goalkeeper Tibbets, who just pushes the ball just outside his penalty area and plays the ball down the field here looking for Bridges. Bridges flicks the ball on, hooked out by Nisbet, helps clear, and then Sean Fraser adds the clearance on and it's played out for a throw to Royston Town. Quickly taken by Dawson in towards Powell. Powell under pressure from Togwell in here towards Dawson. Finds the Royston Town goal scorer Murray. Ball played in, intercepted well by Davies. And he spreads the ball out here towards Lynch. Lynch got a bit of space here and plays it forward looking for the run of Flood. Flood on the goalkeeper. Oh, the goalkeeper just comes to the edge of his area. And it was shielded back by Murray and just got to the goalkeeper before Flood could get there. And it's in the hands of the Royston Town goalkeeper Tibbets, who plays the ball long. It's here towards Corcoran. Comes off Corcoran's knee. And Bridges keeps the ball in. And finds Dawson, the right back. Dawson chips the ball forward here looking for the run of Marriott. Marriott takes it down on his chest, keeps the ball in on the far hand side, holds the ball up well and plays it back in here towards Corcoran, back out here towards Marriott. Marriott just under pressure, has to go to Dawson. Dawson with the chipped ball into the box, headed away by Fraser. Comes here towards Dobson, leaves it and it's gone all the way here to Dawson for Royston Town. Royston with a bit of pressure on here at the moment. Ball back out here to the right back Dawson. Dawson to play it in here towards Thomas. Thomas finds Murray. Murray has the ball at his feet. In towards Thomas. Thomas trying to orchestrate the play. Plays it in here towards Marriott. Challenged by Hollis. It's a foul on him and it's a free kick to Royston. Taken quickly. Too quickly for the referee's liking. And you may see a third and final substitution for the Rebels. I think they're just going to wait for this free kick to come in first before they take it. And... the referee just slowing goes. He's going to have a quick word with Hollis about the foul there. And it's Bridges to take this free kick, 35 yards away from the Slough goal. And the referee just marking out 10 yards here. It's gone a bit quiet here at Arbour Park. We're into coming up to the final 10 minutes of the game. And Bridges tries to chip the ball in. It's headed away well by George Wells. It will come back out here though towards Bridges. He gets there first before Coles. Coles just allows Bridges to play the ball in, looking for Powell. Finds it back out here towards Bridges on the left hand side. Turns, gets the ball back on his right foot. Crosses into the box. Ball bounces around and Jack Turner has to come and make a diving save. Headed away by George Wells and Turner gets back up to save the ball at the second attempt. Brave goalkeeping there by Jack Turner. And it's in the hands of the Slough Town custodian. And my hands are already going blue. That's how cold it is here. It's going to be Jack Turner with the goal kick here, looking for Flood. Flood trying to play it in. Comes off the head of Dawson last. It's a throw to the Rebels. You'll see the... I was going to say, coming off is Chris Flood. Coming on is Manny Williams, and that means the golden boot will go to James Dobson with his 2 goals this afternoon, making him now the leading goal scorer for the Rebels. And Flood getting a round of applause. I think you're going to see a substitution from Royston in a second. Just the Flood comes off for Manny Williams. Williams coming back on here for the Rebels. That's the third and final substitution for Slough. It looks like Royston will make their decision in a second. Latest scores in the Southern Premier League: Basingstoke 2, Kings Langley 2, Biggleswade 1, Dorchester 1. It's Bishop Stortford 0, Stratford 1, Chesham 1, Kings Lynn 3, Frome 2, Dunstable 0, Kettering 5, Farnborough 2, Merthyr 2, Redditch 1, Hereford are winning 2-0 at St Ives, St Neots 1, Gosport 3, Tiverton 0, Banbury 0, and Hitchin 1, Weymouth 1, Hitchin 0. Ball played forwards by Slough, looking for Manny Williams. It comes off the head of him and finds Braithwaite. Braithwaite trying to skip past the challenge of Lynch. Played forwards here only as far as Davies, who intercepts the ball and finds Manny Williams. Williams spreads it here towards Lynch. Lynch on this right hand side needs a bit of help. It comes from Davies. Davies takes a touch in and then plays it off a Royston player towards Dobson. Dobson skips past one challenge. Still running with the ball here. Going to play it through on the far hand side. Oh, gets a lucky ricochet through 1-on-1 and he puts it over the top of the bar with just the goalkeeper to beat. He looked to try and curl it low and just hit it over the top. Unfortunately, you can't say it's a bobble. You can see a double substitution for Royston on the far hand side. Coming on for them is Romelu Alamenu. He's going to replace number 6, Dan Braithwaite. And then coming on is number 15, Michael Bulk. And he will replace they've changed it to number 11, Rondell Gordon. So double substitution for Royston. Coming on is Alamenu and Bulk. They're replacing Braithwaite and Gordon. Those are your substitutions for Royston. All the teams have now used all three of their substitutions in the 83rd minute of the game. And just trying to see if I could see the goal of the season winner. Tibbetts plays the ball forwards. The goalkeeper headed away by Nisbet. Comes here to Williams. Williams ball played in towards Davies. Davies chips the ball forwards. Coles is onside. Gets a touch through. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Hits it hard and low. Well saved by the goalkeeper. Every time people just walk past it. Oh, crazy. Ball played forwards down here by Dawson. Hollis wins the header for Slough. Only as far as Corcoran. Back in towards Marriott. Marriott with the ball here. Holds it up, finds Bridges. Bridges in towards Thomas. Thomas has the ball here. And gives it back to Goffrin. Just makes him have to come behind a little bit. And Goffrin plays the ball down the line here, looking for Marriott. Marriott trying to hold the ball up here. He's trying to keep the ball in by the corner flag up against Hollis. It comes off Marriott last. And it's out of play for a throw to Slough right by the corner flag. Hollis will be the player that takes it. Eventually, more people leaving. Where you going? You got a presentation thing to come yet? Hollis to take this throw for Slough, deep inside his own half. Long throw by him. Head comes off the head of Bulk, and it's come here towards Coles. Coles finds Manny Williams, but loses out to Powell. And the ball's here with Thomas, trying to chip the ball forwards into the path of the right back Dawson. Dawson plays the ball in, hits George Wells in the face, and comes through to Thomas, who finds the ball here towards Powell. Powell shoots from distance. It's a daisy cutter and well wide of the goal. God's sake. The attendance here today is 759. And don't forget we've got the presentation will go on. And it's Jack Turner to take this goal kick for Slough. And it's a long kick here by Turner, headed away by Goffrin. Comes here, it's handball by Powell. It's a free kick to the Rebels. Couldn't really do much about it, could Powell. Just bounced up and hit him on the hand. It's a free kick to Slough, taken quickly by the Rebels on the far hand side, finding Wells. Wells chipping the ball into the far post, looking for Coles. Goalkeeper's underneath it and does well to claim the ball. And Tibbetts been urged to play the ball forwards here, looking for Marriott. Marriott gets to the full first. Wells just trying to get there first, but Marriott just holds him off and finds Powell. Powell in the central position, inside towards Thomas. Thomas finds Corcoran. Corcoran plays it out here to the substitute Alamenu. Alamenu up against Lynch, trying to force his way around the left hand side. Lynch slips and it's clearance by Fraser. He does well, gets a ricochet here and smashes his clearance clear towards Coles. Coles finds Manny Williams. Williams plays it in onto the far hand side to Dobson. Dobson just has to cut back inside. Playing the ball forwards. Cut back out though by Thomas and played in here towards Bridges. Bridges has the ball here just inside the Slough half. Brings it forwards. Davies with the challenge. Only as far as Thomas. Thomas has the ball back. Spread out on the far hand side to Marriott. Marriott's in an offside position. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. And we're coming into the final 3.5 minutes, plus whatever the referee adds on here. So now with this 2-1 lead, and again it's going to be Turner to take this free kick on the far hand side. If you do want to send any messages to the lads, I'll read them out at the end of full time. Lynch has the ball here in the corner flag, plays it off Alamenu for a throw to Slough by the corner flag, and it's got a corner, I think it is. It's just I think Kettering have got a 6th goal, so it's 6-2 in that game. And the corner comes in short from Dobson towards Lynch. Lynch trying to way past Alimeni. Lynch just chips the ball off the Royston player and out for another corner to Slough. And it'll be another take on the far hand side. Weymouth have gone 2-0 up against Hitchin. To say just a few problems here with the internet. Definitely just give it a kick. Slough will have a free kick given by the linesman. But Corcoran was the player that ran across to the linesman. A good 30 yards he ran to remonstrate. And Corcoran is the player that's going to be booked by the referee. And the referee just... Alright, so it's a booking for Corcoran in the end. And it'll be a... Finally we've got the booking given, so now we can concentrate on the game. And it's going to be eventually a free kick to the Rebels. It's all just a bit up in the air here at the moment. So now with this 2-1 victory, they've just got to hold off now into the final minute of normal time, plus whatever the referee adds on. And Slough have a free kick which Dobson and Lynch are standing over. And it's so look like they're going to take the free kick hard, but they don't. They just play it back into the corner, gives it back towards Lynch. Lynch trying to go down the near hand side. It's tackled by Alamanu. It's gone for a free kick to Royston Town, and this time they're going to take it quickly here with Tibbets the goalkeeper, and Tibbets takes it long here, aimed towards Marriott. Marriott holds the ball up, flicks it in here towards Powell. Powell into the substitute Alimenu. In here towards Corcoran. Corcoran trying to chip the ball on, looking for Bridges on the far hand side. Bridges can't control it first time. Will keep the ball in play though on the far side. Ball played in here to the right back Dawson. Dawson crosses in with his left foot. Headed away by Lynch. Just gets a little push in the back. Comes here to Powell who shoots. It's blocked and it's easily saved by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And oh my word. And it's going to be Jack Turner with the kick here. I think there's 2 minutes of added time to be added on. Ball headed away by Murray, flicked on by Book. In towards Corcoran. Corcoran trying to chip the ball on. Headed away by Fraser. Comes here towards Scott Davies. Hits it over the top here for Coles to chase, but that's got too much on it. And it's out of play for a throw to Royston deep inside their own half. And it's taken by Dawson in towards Thomas. Thomas will go all the way back to his goalkeeper. He's out of position and just has to scamper to block the ball from going across his goal line. And then clears here straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And Slough will take their time here. Sean Fraser just doing his boots up before he comes across to take this throw. And it'll be a throw here to the Rebels. Slough just throw 2 balls on, just to waste a little bit more time here. And the Slough fans making a good bit of noise behind that goal to our right. And it's Hollis with this long throw. Headed away well by Book. Flicked on by Powell. Only as far as Davis. Davis just holds off the challenge of Corcoran. Treads on the ball. Powell clears the ball. Only comes here towards Nisbet. Nisbet will go all the way back to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Turner just gets a good contact to the clearance. Played up here to Dawson. Over his head. Will it come through to Dobson? Cleared by Dawson on the far side. It's out of play for a throw to the Rebels. Level with the 18-yard box of the Royston half. And if it stays like this, Slough will be in third position in the Southern Premier League, and that means that they will be at home on Wednesday evening, and as it stands it looks like they will be at home to Kettering. There's Dobson with the throw in, finds Manny Williams back here towards Dobson. Dobson right by that corner flag, trying to play it in, gets his cross in, it comes off Dawson, and it's a corner to Slough. And so just taking their time with getting the ball out there. Corcoran takes the ball across, and Slough have a corner on the far hand side, with the Slough fans in tremendous voice this afternoon, making a lot of noise behind the goal to our right. And Slough have a corner on the far hand side. They're going to take it short, keep it in the corner area. Ball's here with Manny Williams, hits it straight at a Royston player. It's going to be Bridget who tries to clear, finds Thomas. Ball here towards Corcoran, chipping the ball down the line, looking for Marriott. Little nudge by Wells. It comes here towards Nisbet. We'll go all the way back towards goalkeeper Turner. Turner needs to make sure he gets a good clearance. Smacks it straight into the stand, out of play for a throw to Royston. Played 4 minutes of added time. I don't know how long the referee's playing for. Ball's from Dawson to Bridges. Chipped back in. Comes off their head. Oh, it comes the wrong way. Bork trying to get there in front of Nisbet. Nisbet trying to see the ball out. He can't see it. It's gone out for a corner. Now, Slough need to defend this corner here, because a goal now will see them drop from third to fifth. The Royston goalkeeper has come forwards for this corner. Slough need to make sure that they do not concede here. Tibbets is on the goalkeeper. Ball comes into the near post. It's hit the crossbar by them, and it's bedded in there. It's a save by Turner. The ball's still bouncing around. It's hit clear by the Rebels, and that means a Slough turn with the final whistle. Those last seconds, it was Murray with the header who hit the crossbar, and it goes down, and Slough will be at home for the first semi-final of the playoffs. And they will be at home to Kettering Town. 7:45 kickoff. Congratulations to the Rebels, who managed to hold on, hearts in their mouths at those last seconds there. As that was very, very close there. Wowee. Royston almost snatched a last second equaliser that would have seen Slough away to Kings Lynn on Wednesday. But the crossbar and Jet Turner comes to their rescue here, and we're going to have the presentation awards in front of us here, so we'll stay on for the presentation awards here. And it's Slough fans still singing on that far hand side. Apparently West Brom have now picked up as many points in 4 games under Darren Moore as Alan Pardew managed in 18. So there you go. The Slough players are just going over to the Slough fans on the far hand side behind the goal for a round of applause. And well done to Royston, who've had a good game here this afternoon. My finger's really funny at the moment. And but Slough will be at home. We've got the thank you, Lorna Fraser. Lorna, you're not going to stay in on just to see if Sean gets the player of the season. We've got the presentation awards, which is going to happen just in front of us here. So we're going to stay on and give you some other scores as well in a second when we get them, just so we can give you the presentation awards. As the Slough players all just mingle on the far hand side. The Royston players are just staying on the pitch as well for their last game of the season. They're just staying on the pitch as well. And the Slough fans still singing on that far hand side. Havant and Waterlooville have just won the National League South. Some players now slowly leave the pitch. And James Dobson just getting the Man of the Match award here from the young mascot. And I think poor little mascot is so shell-shocked, but James Dobson getting the Man of the Match award here this afternoon for his 2 goals that makes him the leading goal scorer. So we've just got John Porter as the Master of Ceremonies here for these presentation awards. And the joint managers, Bakes and Unders, are here. So we'll just sure Neil Baker just going to have a little chat with John Porter. So talking about today's game here against Royston and that last second chance for Royston. So we're just getting a round of applause here for the Rebels this afternoon for their fantastic season so far. As we're clapping and commentating at the same time, we can do all of it. It's not a problem. And we're just having the presentation. They're just talking about the FA Cup run here now, and Neil Baker just saying how it was a great privilege for the club to get there, and it's just saying it's a credit to the Slough Town team for getting the Rebels that far. I think it's gone purple. That's really weird. Well, someone's just John Tebbett's just coming down here to sit down, and it's Neil Baker just talking about chances of getting into the Conference South here this afternoon. It's so just having a a few thank yous to everyone who's been listening today. Tequila Shark, Gemma Tier, Will Tuck, David Randall, Lorna Fraser, Vinnie Ryan. Thank you all for listening in this afternoon. As we just have this presentation evening here. Thank you all, everybody who's listened in so far this season. And there's just still chatting between interview between John Porter and Neil Baker. And so just talking about the run here at the end of the season where Slough had all those away games in a row, and Slough did really well to keep the run going, which is a great extended run. And they're just talking about losing Super Kev McGoldrick and Dave Carpenter, who is a volunteer at the football club. And it's just a touching tribute from Neil Baker. And we'll wait. We'll just give the awards out as well. So Neil Baker just getting a round of applause for his words there. And John Underwood's next up for Slough. So we've got the first award of the afternoon is the FC Video Goal of the Season Award. And Lee is the head of FC Video. And the winning goal of the season goes to James Dobson for his goal against Cheshire United on the Bank Holiday Monday. And it was voted for by people. You could vote for it up until midday on the Wednesday. And James Dobson gets the Goal of the Season award for that goal against Cheshire United on the Bank Holiday Monday. So we've now got the Supporters Player of the Season award. And Dan Brent. And here's Dan Brent just giving a slight update on the trust before they announce a So just trying to get 195 members at the Supporters Trust. And just explaining the role of the trust here at the football club. And they're about to announce their Player of the Season award. As Sue from the club shop is coming on to present the award this afternoon for the Supporters Player of the Year. And so the Supporters Player of the Year is George Wells. So George Wells in his first season becomes the Slough Town Supporters Player of the Year, voted by the supporters of the football club over the last week or so. And George Wells is the Player of the Year here at the Rebels in his first season as a Slough Town player. And he gets a huge round of applause from everyone here. Next one we've got is the Chris Salisky Memorial Award, which goes to the Club Person of the Year. This is someone who's like a volunteer who works behind the scenes. And we're going to... And this year's Clubman of the Year is Barry Highland. And Barry works really closely with me. He's a fantastic man. Always here early on a Saturday morning. One of the last to leave. And we're just going to stop and give him a clap as well. So Barry Highland gets the Chris Salisky Memorial Award for the Clubman of the Year, and it's a fully well-deserved award. We've now got the Barmy Army Award for their Player of the Season, and it's going to be presented to them by Ted Plenty, so the Player of the Year. There's quite a few people have stayed behind here for the presentation evening. And George Wells wins the Barmy Army Player of the Season awards. So George Wells needs to go home tonight and make a fair bit of space on his mantelpiece as he becomes the Slough Town Supporters and Barmy Army Player of the Year. Congratulations to George. So I think we've got the Managers Awards to come out next. So George Wells is the...
Thank you very much to all of those who joined the sponsored walk this
And
morning. We had about 19 walkers.
just another update of the sponsored walk of the went on this morning. So the playoff semi-final on the Wednesday night is Kings Lynn Town versus Weymouth, and it means that the playoff... And Dan Brent's just given an update here of the sponsored walk. Get off the microphone in a minute. And Dan Brent's just getting a round of applause there for that. So we've just got we've got the Managers Players of the Years. Just John Underwood was just going to say a few words about Kevin McGoldrick.
Yes, a new award, on behalf of Kevin McGoldrick, Super Kev. This goes to somebody who this season reached the top 20 list of all-time Slough appearances. How many is it? 272, which is a fantastic achievement. He's been here longer than me at Banks.
Sean Fraser gets the Kevin McGoldrick Memorial Award for being in the top 20 players in appearances in all-time history of Slough Town. Sean Fraser gets the Kevin McGoldrick Award. Just getting some congratulations from the Kevin McGoldrick family who are here today. Congratulations to Sean on being the first recipient of that award, and congratulations to Sean for being on 272 appearances for the Rebels. So the next award is the Players Player of the Season, and Neil Baker will read out who that is. So the players give a first and second choice, and and Lee Togwell is the Players Player of the Season. Congratulations to Lee. That's a high accolade, because that accolade comes from the Slough Town players, and Lee Togwell gets the Slough Town Players Player of the Season here this afternoon. And then we've just got a couple more to go. So this is the Manager's Player of the Year.
Just like the Players Award, this was a really tough one. I think we pride ourselves on having a team, a squad of players, no superstars, and without that team, the past month we wouldn't be saying we're 99 points. So
and John Underwood just saying that his team have been very well, and he wants a round of applause for the team this afternoon who have done so well, especially in these last couple of months with all those away games. And we've got a split award.
two players that have been consistent all season. I'm not going to describe them in too much detail. I'm going to give you the names. Can you just give me a guess anyway? The award goes to Jack Turner.
So the Manager's Players of the Year award is a split award, and it's been won by Jack Turner and Warren Harris. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That wraps up the presentation award here this afternoon. It also wraps up the last league game here at Arbour Park. We'll be back on Wednesday evening, and for the playoff semi-final, the home game here against Kettering Time, 7:45 kickoff. Thank you everyone for listening today. Thank you everyone who's come up to me today and got in contact and said thanks for everything you do. We will be back on Wednesday evening, where we'll bring you all of the action from that playoff semi-final against Kettering Town. It's a 7:45 kickoff. If you want any more details of how to get there, I'm sure the club will be releasing something. Thank you everyone who's been on, Lorna Fraser, David Randall, Tequila Shark, everyone for all your comments today, and thank you for listening. We're back on Wednesday evening. Until then, thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thank you everybody, and we're back on Wednesday evening.